A few months ago, I, with the aid of a 3D printer, I 3D printed a Shore Troopers E22 Blaster rifle from Rogue One. I'm now in the process of taking it apart and gutting out the insides to install this, which is the open source blaster project. Originally designed to go inside of an E11 blaster, however, with a few modifications to the files, I'm now using it in the E22. It's based off of an Arduino Nano, as you can see here. I'm using a few other components. I have an MP3 sound module here, which, using a micro SD card, all of the sound files are loaded onto there. There's an amplifier module, which is now housed inside the stock here, and 2 speakers housed this side of the stock. They're all placed in there, coming out. I have the wires there. I'm using a bar graph LED with red, yellow and green for the ammunitions counter. Moving over here to part of the body of the rifle. I've replaced the 3D printed trigger with an aluminium made trigger that's now sprung and operating this micro switch here, which acts for trigger mechanism. I've got a momentary toggle switch here, and that's being used for the reload on the rifle. And I've got a push button momentary switch here being used to change weapon modes. When it's all done, the electronics that you see on the breadboard, the MP3 chip, Arduino and bar graph, will be going inside the ammunition counter on the other side of the body, but that'll be scratch built to accommodate these. And in the magazine will be this, which is the on-off switch and a camera battery, which is being used to power the whole thing, 7.4 volts. I do have a proper RGB LED, two of them, to put inside the 2 barrels of a rifle. However, at the moment I'm just testing it with standard LEDs. So without further ado, we'll power it up and show you how it goes so far.
Weapons system online.
Okay, so once it's switched on, our first mode is the E22 Blaster sound. As you can see, the ammo counter counts down. And then out of ammunition, so we reload. There are other modes on the rifle as well. There's stun, we even have boba flame. There are a number of other modes which I'll be removing, which have been written into the code for the E11, which I will be removing because they're unnecessary, such as different sorts of earthy guns. Another thing that's also on here is, if I hold this button in, this is radio mode. I have swapped the audio file for radio mode already over to the one that I usually use on my amp when I'm trooping. I'm and ever so often you'll get sort of radio signals through on that.
This is Command Centre. All officers on the hangar level